My name is Eric Tucker, and I cover national security for the Associated Press in Washington. The Biden administration has announced a prisoner swap involving the release of Mark Frerichs, who is a civilian contractor detained by the Taliban in Afghanistan for the last 2 years. He's been released in exchange for a convicted Taliban drug lord named Bashir Noorzai, who has been in jail in the United States for 17 years.
Let me just take a moment to again welcome the safe return of Mark Frerichs, an American Navy, a veteran who spent more than 2.5 years in captivity in Afghanistan.
Mark Frerichs was abducted in January of 2020 in Kabul. He was a civilian contractor. He'd actually been living in Afghanistan for more than a decade doing civil engineering projects. The background and circumstances of his abduction and kidnapping have never been quite clear, but we understand that he was in Kabul and then driven away to another part of the country and held there by the Taliban. There had been negotiations for more than 2 years across successive presidential administrations to get Mark Frerichs home. The Taliban had made clear for a long time that the only way to do that was to release Bashir Noorzai. And it was not clear to people who were following this from the outside that that was a deal that was ultimately going to be palatable. Bashir Noorzai is a significant drug trafficker. That's what he was convicted of in the United States. He was sentenced to life imprisonment. And so this was a significant decision by the Biden administration to release someone in that position. However, the administration has said that it determined that the release of Noorzai is not likely to cause any security risk for Americans or deepen the drug trade in Afghanistan. And so it decided to make this deal. It's not clear what exactly about this moment led to the deal. We do know that President Biden in June decided to grant clemency to Noorzai, which really paved the way for this to happen. And then the administration has described to reporters what they say was this very narrow window of opportunity that opened this month to make this deal happen. We're still trying to sort out details as to what they're talking about and what that means and what this narrow window of opportunity was. But there was apparently something that happened within the last several weeks that really facilitated this to happen.